Darturam Darturam Sarvasampadam Lokaviramam Shri Ramabhyo Namamayaham Om Padamapaharcharam 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 Darturam Sarvasampadam Lokaviramam Shri Ramabhyo Namamayaham Hello, welcome, bienvenidos a todos. Thank you for joining me here at Esperanza Vence. Today I've pulled the majors from the Modern Witch Tarot deck, and these three here are going to be the outcome cards. So maybe while I was praying, or maybe throughout the reading, you might want to focus on which of the three crystals or cards calls to you. So now we're going to read the cards. The 6 in the middle, what I usually do is that those are going to be our general surrounding energies for the collective, all of us. So basically, any energies that we're pulling in collectively within the period between the last eclipse, which would have been the 4th of July, that was a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And the next new moon, which is going to be at the end of the month, I think around the 21st. And that new moon is going to be actually the second new moon in Cancer this summer. So we get 2 new moons in Cancer this summer. The first was the new moon solar eclipse, of course, which was in June. And now the second one's coming up in about a week and a half. It's kind of interesting because that means that in that area of your life, you get 2 new beginnings. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to that. So the first new moon in Cancer in June was at 0 degrees, and this next one coming up is going to be right around, I think, 28 or 29 degrees, which means that hopefully something that you started around that new moon will get a chance to kick up a notch, come to another level, because when you reach the end degrees, that's where you're at. So the bottom of the deck, cool. So this is the Tarot de Maria Celia. Based on Marseille Tarot. So I'll explain the cards as I go along. This is the energy surrounding us right now. And I'm going to focus on the energies between, let's say, post-eclipse season and this upcoming new moon. So within the past 2 weeks and forward the next 2 weeks. Kind of that surrounding energy that we're pulling in probably will resonate for the next month. Near past, near future, and remember these are the outcomes. So near past we have the star reversed. This means that the heavens were not available at the time of our call. The star reversed means that something that you looked forward to in the future was a little bit topsy-turvy, and it turns out that that plan wasn't so blessed after all. We have the 7 of Cups reversed, a decision that we're trying to make, especially an emotional decision, which way to go, what thing to do, which path to choose, and so forth, was again a little bit topsy-turvy. And the star and the 7, this is number 17, and that's number 7. So 7s are stable numbers of patience. When you're dealing with 7s in a positive or negative way, in a lucky or unlucky way, you still require a lot of patience. So this 7 of Cups decision that we had made before or recently was also a little bit topsy-turvy. Maybe we didn't pick the right one. Hopefully we picked the right outcome. Again, here we go with the 7s. We have the Chariot, Major Arcana card. The Chariot is a card of somebody that really has their stuff together, somebody who's in charge, somebody who moves forward quickly, who accomplishes goals quickly. they don't have a lot of care for, I mean, they're fancy enough, but you see how he has his hand on his hip, like what, he or she, because they charge forward pretty quickly. They're not really that concerned with looking too elegant necessarily, but they are concerned with power and being in charge. We have the Five of Cups, thankfully reversed. The Five of Cups is generally a card of emotional sadness, sort of like a wistful longing for something that just wasn't going to happen. So luckily in this case it's reversed, meaning that something that we were sad about, again, we didn't need to be sad about. Maybe it was that hope that we had for the future over here with the star card that ended up not being what we needed anyway. The Five of Cups reversed means that we're kind of happy about it, actually. Instead of being sad thinking that we lost something, the Five of Cups reversed indicates that we're okay with it. We did have the loss, but perhaps, with the near past being the star, because the star is a card about the future. So when you have a card of the future in the near past, that means that like this is kind of coming true right now. So whatever we had in the back of our minds that we were hoping for, it wasn't actually the right decision. And moving forward quickly, we're soon going to see that we're not so upset about it after all. Here comes some great energy, the Queen of Pentacles, and she is looking towards the past, but she's upright and she's in our present tense. So the Queen of Pentacles definitely represents a woman who is in charge of her space, in charge of her coin, obviously. She's an earthy sign, an earthy person, maybe a Taurus, or I don't know, I'm feeling Taurus here. Let me know if you resonate with that. But she's someone who takes care of things, people, and places. She does have deep emotions, but she's quite a practical person. And this could be male or female energy, because we all have masculine and feminine inside of us that we need to nurture and bring forth. So this Queen of Pentacles, I would love for her to come forth for all of us. That's great energy to have. That's calming to your root chakra. It is a relaxed knowing that the needs are fulfilled. Not only are the needs taken care of, but the needs are already fulfilled. And she is looking towards the past, kind of looking towards that upside down star, but she's holding her coin like, no matter, it's okay, star. It's all coming through anyhow. So next up we have the Knight of Swords reversed. Do you see how it says cavalier? Cavalier. I don't know how to say that. Cavalier. The Knight of Swords reversed is going to be some information that came in pretty quickly, or information that's coming in pretty quickly, because he's actually looking towards the future even though he's upside down. So this is going to be information that you need to think twice about. This is going to be information that we need to consider and reconsider, especially here with the Seven of Cups showing up reversed. We need to be careful of the choices that we're making. And again, with that patience, we need to just take some time and make sure that the choices that we're making, the directions that we're going, and the things we're doing, the people that we're mixing ourselves and our energies up with are correct. Because we are going to get a message coming in quite soon. And that message could be from an air sign. I'm feeling Gemini right now. And this seems to be male energy to me, but again, that could be male or female, but I think that this is male energy that could be within us. Sorry, my dog's tweaking out a little bit back there. But yeah, I think we're going to get a message coming in rapidly that we need to read twice. Mercury's just coming out of retrograde, so again, there might be some problems with communication, electronics, or anything that has to do with information or the spread of information or misinformation in this case, since it's reversed. Another reversal. Now we have the Seven of Swords reversed. Lots of sevens here, eh? Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, like 4 cards. Almost half of our spread has to deal with lucky number 7. 7 is a karmic number, actually, speaking of karma. But we have the Seven of Swords reversed here, and I really like to see this card in a reversal state, because see how the sword is in the ground? Like, that deal is done. That situation is over with. We don't have to worry about that anymore. It's icky energy. Seven of Swords is upright, usually an energy of somebody getting away with something. Sometimes they have to do what they have to do. You know, there's going to be some casualties, I guess, and some people's philosophy is that in order for them to move forward, they're, you know, that the ends justify the means. However, in a reversal, it's energy, especially since this is a collective energy reading, I'm happy to see that the reversal is coming through, because that means more of an energy of, hey, we're going to do things the right way. People aren't going to get away with, you know, being a little bit shady anymore. People have to be right with themselves and each other. At least that's the energy coming in currently, is an energy of truth and faithfulness in each other, faithfulness in our brothers and sisters and cool cousins out there, you know, that like, I don't have to just hoard everything for myself and then you, good luck. It's an energy more of instead of getting away with something, it's you're bringing something here. You know what I mean? Maybe you're bringing those, instead of getting away with, because usually in this card, the traditional tarot deck shows a person walking away with 5 swords and they leave 2 swords in the ground. So maybe in the reversal, we can think of it in a sense of someone bringing 5 swords to the situation, someone bringing information to the situation. Instead of getting away with it, they're bringing it to light, bringing it to us, bringing it to the situation. Intelligence is another sword characteristic. Sword is an air card. Again, I'm feeling a lot of Gemini energy in this reading due to the swords and the information. I just feel like this has to do with information coming in. I feel like the Knight of Swords reversed combined with the Seven of Swords reversed, that could just have to do with us needing to think twice about what information is coming in. Because the Seven of Swords energy in the general is somebody is getting away with something usually, but it looks like the lies are not going to work this time. So that's a positive thing. I mean, I guess it depends on what side of the coin you're on. Like, I can think of maybe some fibs I've told that I don't want to have come to light, and I can think of some private things that I have inside of me that maybe, I mean, maybe it's for my better good if it comes up, but you know, I mean, with Pluto in the position that it is astrologically right now, I guess we're all at the mercy of just our soul's path. Here we have the near future, and this is coming up the Four of Wands. I happen to love Four of Wands energy. Four of Wands is an energy of home. It's an energy of almost weddings sometimes. In the traditional Four of Wands cards, they have a chuppah. I don't know how to pronounce it. Chuppah, I believe, and it's like a Jewish outdoor tent of 4 posts and maybe a little bit of a curtain on it, or flowers. But it's a happy energy of a happy home, a stable home, partnership. Four of Wands means happiness, bright energy, being outdoors. It's a summertime energy for sure. Four of Wands. As you can see, there's like a lot of lush greenery. The pomegranates are blooming. It's a card of spring, summer, new growth, and stable, happy energies within the home. So there we have it. Now, let's talk about these outcome cards for a little while, and maybe I'll go through one more time and just tell the full story, and you can focus on those outcome cards for a moment here. So for the general collective, for all of us, the energy's coming in right now within the past 2 weeks is that we wished for something to happen, but it wasn't the right wish. Like, we wished for it, but that's not what the universe had in store for us. We had to make some obvious decisions, perhaps some tough decisions, because there might have been sort of energies, entities, people, places, emotions, or conversations that may have led you astray. Luckily, that energy is now over with. Now we're having some clarity, especially with the Chariot coming through. We are seeing clearly, we are moving forward, and we are knowing our path. And not only are we knowing our path, we are charging forward on this path. We are leaving behind sadness, regret, depression for what could have been, what should have been, what would have been. And instead, we're focused on stabilizing our root chakra core, making sure that our money and provisions are taken care of. We're in a good position, we're comfortable, and we're safe. There may be some information coming in quite soon, which is a little bit upside down, in which case we need to read through it twice. If there are any type of contracts, rules, negotiations, partnerships, or decisions to be made in work, emotional, business, any type of relationship or situation, you're going to definitely want to read through the fine print twice. Mercury did just go direct, which is a positive energy for our communications to improve. However, Chiron just went retrograde. And that means that wherever in your chart that Chiron is, that's what you're going to be healing right now. So especially if you're receiving any information in that area, for me, Chiron is in my 10th house, and I'm healing issues regarding my career. If I have information coming in regarding career, contracts, negotiations, I'm definitely going to read through it twice and make sure that I have it straight, because energy is coming in quickly. This is happening within the next week or two. The Seven of Swords reversed indicates that people aren't going to be, generally speaking, for all of us collectively, there's not going to be the whole, I'm gonna do what I can and get away with it just because I did what I had to do. There's always a way for everyone to win, and there's always a way for someone to bring something to the table instead of take something away from the table so that someone else can't have it. There's always a way. And I'm looking forward to that energy coming in for us, especially since the near future indicates a stable outcome. The Four of Wands is a card of spring, summer energy, lush, verdant green, partnerships that are flourishing and growing and becoming more stable. Perhaps a gathering or a celebration of sorts. Doesn't have to be big. It could just be a few people getting together, but having a collective feeling of joy surrounding a situation, an emotional situation, a creative situation. Wands have to deal with creativity, passion, and just anything creative. All right, here are your outcome cards. I think by now you've chosen which one works for you. So I know which one I'm gonna go with. Let's see. I love all three of these cards. They are fabulous. And I am happy that this time I pulled the majors from the Modern Witch Tarot deck and left all of the cards in the Tarot de Maria Celia. I did the inverse of what I did last reading, and I am loving it right now because, first of all, these cards are a little bit easier to shuffle. So when this deck has only the majors in it, it's easier for me to shuffle. And I just had a great time just talking with these cards like this. It's really lovely that you're here with me, and I really appreciate your interest. And I hope that we all can learn together and learn to love together. So let me put these back so you remember which one. Maybe I'll just go ahead and put these cards away. Well, okay. So, for those of you who picked pile number 1, numero uno, we have the Fool in reverse. Now, I happen to adore the Fool card because I happen to be quite foolish. That is that's my signature card. I am aspiring to be the Empress. So maybe when I'm 80, I'll get there someday. But right now I still feel kind of like the Fool. So the Fool in reverse is definitely someone who this is the outcome of that decision that we were talking about before. So basically, in that reading, we know that everything is going to work out all right because we got the Four of Swords as the near future. The outcome altogether is the Fool reversed. So this is a feeling of, well, you took a risk, you went off the cliff, maybe it didn't work out that time. Just like the Star reversed was telling us here before. You know, maybe that wish that we were talking about before, that wish that wasn't actually supposed to come true. You know what I'm talking about? Like, here, the outcome is, well, now you're upside down. You know, you made the wrong choice. You maybe waited a little bit too long. You know, the Seven of Cups in reversal could be that, you know, maybe you waited a little bit too long, you know, to get going. Could be, you know. I'm feeling, though, that it's not so grave, even though it is a major. The Fool is just a card of just being open to the possibilities, and sometimes those possibilities are meant for us, sometimes they're not, and sometimes even if they are meant for us, we miss it for whatever reason, and we get a little turned upside down. I would say for the people that chose this as the outcome, definitely heed the energies that we were talking about before, about discernment, okay? Might be a good idea to stay grounded. Make sure you're eating your vegetables and doing the basic things. Make sure you're, you know, washing your clothes properly. You know, the other night, I found, like, I don't know, just I found a tick in my house because I live in Wisconsin and it's tick season. But I guess I'm just saying that, like, dot your I's and cross your T's, and just make sure that you're taking care of the basics. Make sure that you're taking care of those decisions and that you're not focusing too hard on what could have been and should have been. Just keep it moving with the Chariot and know that your coin is straight. Know that you're okay, but also know that this energy is definitely coming in. And if you do choose to go against your gut and make a decision anyway, just because, oh, well, that information seems like it makes sense, why wouldn't it make sense, you know? Well, in short time, people aren't going to be getting away with that kind of shady stuff anymore. So if you are a shady person in any type of way, it is going to turn you upside down. It looks like that's the outcome regardless, is that you're going to feel a little bit upside down regardless. Maybe some of you are going through a breakup. The Five of Cups can indicate that there may have been a past partner or lover that you were feeling really sad about, but now it's time to just turn it around and stop crying over that person, please. At least let them be for the next couple of months. I mean, maybe they come back into your life at some point and you guys are friends again, but for now, at least for the next couple of months till the end of the summer, and we have more clarity and more stability, the energies indicate that you need to prepare yourself properly and not get into this kind of situation where you're just like la-di-da, anything goes, you know. The Fool in reverse too could indicate being responsible. Actually, you know, this is a good omen for responsibility. Actually, if this is the outcome for you, if this is the card that you chose, kudos to you for having it together and being responsible, even though the world, okay, is turning upside down. Perhaps it's the world around you that's turning upside down, and perhaps you are the one that's responsible and you're staying close to the sun. You know, you're staying close to the light. You're singing and dancing anyway, even though the world is turned upside down. And maybe people do think that you're foolish, but maybe you're closer to the light than the rest of them back in the Babylon back there. Could be. I like that Fool card though. Any way around, upside down, turned around, I love me some Fool card. Next up, who picked the Wheel of Fortune? I love the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune upright indicates good luck. This is an interesting take on the Wheel of Fortune card though, because don't you love how she's having good luck and we're at the top, we're getting the good luck now on the wheel, and oh, that's the other side of it. So it's either that you're kind of on your way down or you're on your way up. Looks like for those who chose this card, we're on our way up. That's a stroke of good luck. That's a lottery win. Wheel of Fortune indicates, again, things happening quickly, perhaps by surprise. This is probably that Uranus influence that's still going on, Uranus in Taurus currently. So wherever Taurus falls in your chart, you might want to take a peek at what house that is ruling. For me, Taurus rules my 11th house of friendships. So I might get like some sort of a surprise. I picked this one. I might get some sort of a surprise. We might get some sort of a surprise in whatever house that falls in. And it's going to be a pleasant surprise, and it's going to be a fortunate surprise. And it also might be some coin, because remember we did have that Queen of Wands energy here coming through to indicate that the coin is covered and she's chilling. So, and the Chariot does indicate that quick energy coming again. The Wheel of Fortune as an outcome indicates that these wishes that we were making that didn't come true because they really weren't meant for us. I had a really great friend of mine, and she always used to say, if it's meant to be, it's meant for me. So, you know, and then that inverse of that is if it's not, it's not, you know, like trust, have faith that you know yourself so well and so true that you stay your course on your path regardless of what surprises come through, positive or negative. Because Wheel of Fortune also indicates that, you know, it is a surprise. And even if something is positive, some people, for example, really don't like surprise birthdays. They don't like being surprised. They like the stability of, you know, that Queen of Wands stable energy. They don't want to be shook up in any kind of way. But yeah, for those who chose the Wheel of Fortune as the outcome, good luck. Good luck is coming. Your karma's clean and good luck is coming to you. And I wish you all the best with that. Whichever house Uranus falls in your chart, why don't you take a peek at your birth chart. If you've never looked up your birth chart before, man, once you do, you're going to open that Pandora's box and you're going to just love it. There is a website called Astro.mins. I'll put a link down below. I believe it is astro.com. I'll put a link down below, but you just put in your birth details and they'll run a chart. They'll run several different kinds of charts. You can make all kinds of choices regarding what kind of information you want to see, if you want the asteroids to be there or not. But just in a simple way, usually I just go to the personal daily horoscope, put in my information, my birth time. Birth time is important. Put in the time of birth, put in the location, the date, and so on. Go to personal daily horoscope, and then as you scroll down to the bottom of the page, they'll have a link that says view natal chart with transits. And if you click on that link, it will show you your current transits, meaning where is Uranus in the house that Esperanza Vence is talking about right now. So good luck to all of you, Wheel of Fortune choosers. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, the Lovers reversed. Again, every fool is a lover and every lover is a fool, no? So this reading is kind of interesting in and of itself, you know, like, but if you chose this as the outcome, the Lovers reversed, well, we all know what that means. That means that a partnership got turned upside down. That doesn't mean that Archangel Michael isn't watching over these people anymore, but it means that they are upside down in his wings rather than the other way around. Rather than the Archangel blessing the situation, both of the lovers are upside down and needing the angel to catch them before they fall into the stars. So with the Lovers reversed, this could have to do with, again, those decisions that we were making back here. I'm feeling someone is going through a breakup for sure, because with that Five of Cups energy back there, and then the information coming in, maybe someone who does not need to be sad, by the way, because you, sweetheart, whoever's watching this up in here, I know you. And you were feeling sad about this partnership that just wasn't meant to be. And you know what? I hate to say it, but golly, if that person maybe recently sent you a text or something, I would definitely think twice about that information. Are they telling the truth? The Seven of Wands reversed, though, means that you know what the situation is. You know that they're not getting away with it anymore. So even though your wishes were, to have this sacred love, this sacred partnership, this sacred feeling even within yourself, this union of masculine and feminine, even just within yourself, maybe you had that wish for that to happen already. Maybe you had that wish that you were already feeling that kind of balance, that buddy feeling, that warm feeling that you have with your best friend. And, here it's not only your best friend, but your lovers, That's all turned upside down right now. I'm sorry. But the wish, the hopes, they're gone. Gotta get new wishes now. At least we know that that's what it is. And it is what it is. And that's not to say that after they sit in the angel's arms for a while, that it won't come back around. Because obviously still, even though each person picked an outcome, there's still some energy surrounding this quick change. The Chariot's coming in, and you're quickly not feeling bad about this situation anymore. And the Four of Wands, again, indicates the marriage, happy partnership. The Lovers reversed is definitely a karmic relationship. These people are soulmates. That's all there is to it. These people are definitely soulmates, but they might not be right in this lifetime. Okay? So we just need to be real clear on who we are, what we're doing, who we're with, what they're doing, and what it's all about. So I especially appreciate you guys watching the extended version of this tarot card reading. I'm just getting started out now, and I'd appreciate your feedback, and I really just, I'm sending a lot of love to these, because I'm a lover too, you know, and this is Gemini energy, and I'm a 12th house Gemini sun, and I know, like, sometimes I find that, like, I just love and love and love. Keep loving. Keep loving. Don't worry about it. It'll turn, it turns around. It turns around. For the Wheel of Fortune people, love, luck, go get them, Tiger. Just stay the path. For the Fool reverse people, oh well, silly goose. Maybe you know something that we actually don't, and maybe you actually have it right. We know that you're closer to the sun than most of us here in Babylon. So you keep on keeping on as well. And don't let a few little falls off a cliff get you down. The Lovers over here are falling all the way into the stars. You're just going to get burned up by the sun. No, I'm just kidding. I love you. Thank you so much.